God's explanation regarding sea of blood, river of blood, and rain of blood. Just as sinkholes that are scattered in various countries, there are also the seas of blood and rivers of blood everywhere. Even the rain of blood once happened in several countries. When God has proclaimed that the earth has been undergoing the doomsday process, then the signs are made. And the awfully frightening signs are the sea of blood, river of blood, and the rain of blood. The sea in Bondi Beach, Australia, turned into blood. The rivers of blood occurred in Bontang, East Kalimantan, Tarakan, North Kalimantan, in Slovakia country, and in Beirut, Lebanon, Yangtze River in Tiongkok, as well as the lake in West Texas, USA, and Canada. Whilst blood rain that once happened in India also occurred in Pengalengan, West Java, in Aceh, and the city of Katekjoko, Colombia, in Sri Lanka and UK. And it is like a contradiction of nature when numbers of rivers turn into rivers of blood, even also ponds and lakes. As for the contradiction of nature, it is impossible to happen unless to indicate the coming of doomsday. There is no mass death that could cause the rivers, seas, ponds, and lakes to turn into fresh blood, unless they are the signs of the end times, which has been prophesied. As for the prophecies, it has been cited in the Holy Bible, chapter Revelation 16, verses 3 and 4. Thereof, there is a certainty that God Himself made the seas and rivers of blood, which is certainly has a meaning. That is to show His wrath. The Holy Bible, chapter Revelation 16, verse 3. The second angel poured out his bowl on the sea, and it turned into blood like that of a dead man, and every living thing in the sea died. It is a metaphor of an angel, called as the second angel, pour out his bowl on the sea. Then the water turned into blood like that of a dead man, and every living thing in the sea died. And what did cause the angel to pour out his bowl on the sea and turn into blood? It is God's wrath against nuclear experiments in the sea that caused various kinds of fishes to die massively, as well as fishermen's bombings in order to catch the fishes easier. And God loads upon the wars happen in the world, causing many people die by the wars. Such is the meaning of the sentence, like that of a dead man, and every living thing in the sea died. The Holy Bible, chapter Revelation 16, verse 4. The third angel poured out his bowl on the rivers and springs of water, and they became blood. And the third angel poured out his bowl on the rivers and springs of water, and they became blood. Thus it is already happened that the rivers turn into blood, whilst a spring of water becomes blood has not yet reported. But when it is already prophesied, surely it will happen. And if there is a spring of water rising from the earth, But what comes out is blood. Indeed, it is very frightening. Thus, God's word has been prophesied in chapter Revelation 16, verses 3 and 4.